Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. For this part of the presentation, I, Nurin, will be explaining the background of our business, which is Mawar Bloom Mart. Do you guys know that actually Mawar Bloom Mart is a mini mart that officially began its operation on the 5th April of 2025, which is still new. This business is owned by Muhammad Zaid and registers as sole proprietorship. Which means the business is fully owned and managed by only one individual. The owner capital for starting the business was 130,000 ringgit, which the owner said to cover the initial costs such as rental, renovation, inventory, and equipment. The nature of our business is to provide convenience to our customer, which is the student, by selling basic necessities such as snacks, drinks, stationery, toiletries, and other everyday items that you can think of. In short, Mawar Bloom Mart serves as one-stop shop that aims to meet the daily need of the community, which is the student itself. Our business is located at the College Kediaman Mawar UiTM Shah Alam. This location was chosen strategically because it is situated within a student residential college. We identified that many students live here and often face limitation when it comes to accessing basic supplies. For example, we don't have the time to travel to shop outside the campus or nearby store that have limited variety. So, by placing the mini mart right within the student resident, we were able to offer better accessibility, more product choices, and a more student-friendly shopping experience. This gives our business a unique advantage as we are located right where the demand is highest, just step away from our primary customer base. This inspiration behind Mawar Bloom Mart comes from a simple but meaningful goal to provide better services and more product variety to the students. The owners saw an opportunity to improve the existing option and wanted to make student life easier by offering quality goods and at the reasonable prices, all in one convenient location. Isn't it what we wanted, guys? In addition to supporting the student community, this business also creates opportunities for part-time employment and experiences for fellow students, contributing to the campus ecosystem in a positive way. To sum up, Mawar Bloom Mart is not just only a business, but it is a student-centered initiative built with the intention of making everyday life more convenient, more affordable, and more connected to the needs of those living within the college. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a good day everyone. Today I will be sharing with you the business characteristic of Mawar Bloom Mart, a small retail shop that operates as a sole proprietorship. This business started on 7 April 2025 and is located right on a college campus. It offers a variety of convenient items such as snack, drink, toiletries and stationery, making easy for students and staff get their essential without leaving campus. Let's explore the characteristic Mawar Bloom Mart through 5 important aspects. First, registration. As a sole proprietorship, Mawar Bloom Mart was registered under the owner's name with the Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia or SSM. The process was simple, fast and low cost, which is perfect for small business owners who may not have a big budget. Unlike private limited company, there are no complicated legal procedure, so it's easy to get started. Next, management and control. The shop is managed directly by the owner who take care of everything from ordering stock and handling supplier to training new staff. Most of the staff are inexperienced, so the owner has to supervise them closely. Because there no need to consult partners or a board, decisions are made quickly, which is a big advantage of a sole proprietorship. Now, liability. One key point here is unlimited liability. This means that if the business suffers a loss or goes into debt, the owner's personal assets can be used to cover it. For example, if stock stolen or goes bad, the owner have to pay the cost personally. Number 4 is a profit or loss. All profit earned by Mawar Blue Mart go directly to the owner. However, any losses are also fully borne by the owner. This motivates the owner to manage the business carefully. But it also adds financial pressure, especially when manual stock error or vendor issues cause losses. And finally, book and accounts. Currently, Mawar Blue Mart use manual records, mostly Excel and handwritten notes. Inventory checks are only done once a month and financial reports are prepared once a year. This system is slow and prone to errors. To improve efficiency, the shop is now considering a simple digital inventory system to track stock in a real time and generate reports automatically. In summary, Mawar Blue Mart reflects the typical characteristic of a sole proprietorship: simple setup, full control by the owner, personalized and direct handling of profit and loss. While it offers flexibility and independence, it also comes with challenge, especially when it comes to managing staff, finances, and operation. Thank you for your listening.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Now I'm going to explain the classification of business item. In any business, it is important to understand where money is coming from, where it's going, and what is the business owns or owe. This is why we classify business item into assets, liabilities, capital, revenue, and expenses. These categories form the foundation of financial statement and help in understanding the financial position of business. So I will start with assets. This is one of the most important foundation in accounting. Assets are resources owned by a business that have economic value and provide future benefits. Assets can be classified as current assets and non-current assets. For Mawar Blue Mart, Encik Zaid has current asset which is cash in hand to support his business. While for non-current assets, Encik Zaid has 5 cars and he also has investment. Next, I will explain about liabilities. Liabilities are what the business owes to others. In simple terms, liabilities are the company's debt or obligation. Liabilities also can divide into non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Current liabilities are due within 1 year, while non-current liabilities are due after 1 or more years. In Mawar Blue Mart, Encik Zaid has current liabilities which is supplier's debt. Next, I will continue with capitals. Capital means the money or asset invested in the business by the owners or shareholders. This is the part of the equity and represent the starting or ongoing financial support for the business. From our interview, we got an information that in Mawar Blue Mart, Encik Zaid started his business with 113,000 ringgit. Now let's move to the revenues. Revenues is the income earned from the business normal operation, like selling goods or providing service. From our interview session, main sources of Mawar Blue Mart revenue is daily cash sale and range for their total revenue each month is 100,000 ringgit Malaysia. Finally, I will explain about expenses. Expenses are the cost of running the business, such as rent, wage, utilities, and supplies. Expenses can reduce our business profit and equity. Some of the expenses in Mawar Blue Mart are rental, salary, wage, utility, transportation, petrol, tolls, staff meal, EPF, and SOXO. These classifications are very important because they help business owners, investors, and accountants clearly understand the financial position of a company. By organizing business items into categories, they can monitor financial performance, identify the strength and weakness, and make better decisions. Classifying items also helps in preparing accurate financial statements and ensure compliance with legal and tax regulation. To conclude, business items are classified into 6 main categories: assets and liabilities, which show that business owns and owes; equity and capital, which represent the owner's interest in the business; and revenue and expenses, which reflect the financial performance of the business. Understanding these categories give a clear and complete picture of a company's financial health and support a better business decision making. Thank you for your attention. I will pass to my next member.
Thank you to the previous presenter. Now I will expand to the next part, which is the recording process carried out by the Mawar Blue Mart. Let's take a closer look at how the small business records its financial transactions. This is the standard process of accounting reporting. We have journalizing and ledgers, trial balance and adjustments if needed, and finally creating financial statements. As a new business, Mawar Blue Mart follows a basic and manual accounting cycle to manage its financial activities. It starts with transactions which mainly involve customer purchases, supplier payments, and utility bills. All payments are made through online banking or card, so the money trail is easy to trace. Then, the owner extracted the transaction from the source document such as invoice and receipt. The transactions are categorized and recorded in general purchase or sales journals. However, Mawar Blue Mart does not always have a proper source documents like receipts or invoices, especially for small purchases. This creates challenges in verifying each transaction. Next, the transactions are then recorded in a simple journal, which is maintained using Excel. After that, the data is transferred to a manual ledger where the owner updates each account such as sales, expenses, and inventory. We have capital, purchases, sales, salaries, and drawings for the general ledger. Also, receivable and payable ledger. We do not have the examples as the owner of Mawar Blue Mart was unable to provide them due to privacy and confidentiality considerations. Then, all ledger accounts were balanced off to determine the balance that was left in each account. Then, trial balance is prepared. Although Mawar Blue Mart tries to monitor their financials daily, they do not prepare a formal trial balance, and no adjustments are made at the end of the period. Hence, there is no formal process to check the debit and credit. Because of that, no financial statements like income statements or balance sheets are produced. Thus, the financial statements of Mawar Blue Mart are not prepared as they just embarked in the business. In short, Mawar Blue Mart follows the early stages of the accounting cycle, but since the business is still new and fully manual, the process ends before the financial reporting stage. That's all from me. Thank you.
So next, I will explain to you about the strengths and weaknesses in recording process. For the strengths, firstly, low cost. The owner of Mawar Blue Mart doesn't have to spend money on any software or hardware. They only need a basic stationery and record books for the whole process and not required to invest in computers, accounting software, or else since they only record using a manual system. This means a lot for a small business owner that don't have a huge amount of money. Next, user-friendly. This happens due to no special training needed since manual system only require basic reading and numeracy skills. So the owner doesn't need a specialized training as he is the one that handles the recording process and ensures that daily transactions such as sales, expenses, and purchases can be quickly and consistently recorded to the accounts. Lastly, self-sufficient. Given that the owner used a paper-based recording, all of the financial transactions can be kept safe even when there is no access to computers, electricity, or the internet. Thus, Mawar Bloomberg will avoid facing system crashes, power outages, or failures in the software that can delete their data, and this business still can continue its daily operations. Therefore, the system is more reliable and trustworthy for a small business that can access to advanced technology or technical support. Okay, let's move to the weaknesses. Firstly, time consuming. It takes a lot of effort to make summaries or financial reports since all of the transactions are recorded by hand. Because of this, it may take longer and a lot of effort are needed to complete a basic accounting duties, which can create delays when giving financial reports. In the case of reporting tardiness, it is easier for significant errors or crucial signs in finance to be overlooked. As a result, the business might not be able to control its performance and costs as well. Next, disorganized data. It is very difficult in retrieving past records, especially when files are not well organized or properly filed. The absence of orderly filing means the owner may need a lot of time to double check all of the transactions that was made previously. It causes the business processes to run slowly and also increases the risk of losing important documents. Eventually, lacking proper record keeping make financial report less dependable and accurate. Lastly, security issues. Since everything is stored manually, these important documents such as transaction records can be affected by fire, leaks, pests, or loss because of misplacing them. The paper-based record doesn't usually have a backup compared to the digital system, and it gets very difficult to recover the important financial information. The loss of such records can stop the preparation of financial reports, weaken the accounting process, and end up not meeting requirements for audits or taxes. So that's all for the strengths and weaknesses of the recording process. Thank you.